Hi, folks. This is Elgin, Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and today I want to talk about the antidote for racism. True story that happened to me. And it starts in the 1970s. In the 1970s, we weren't called African Americans. We were called Negroes or Black. Can't wait to see what we're going to be in the year 3000. But I digress, as usual. In the 1970s, a lot of educators in the black community groups, what have you, felt that black kids were getting an inferior education, comparatively speaking, than our white counterparts in their communities. So, the powers that be felt that it would be a good thing to bus the black kids from their neighborhoods to the better, more enlightened, better educated white communities. Because, after all, if we were sitting in those classes and they're educating their white kids so well, then we couldn't help but get some of that good education also. So off we went. And as you might expect, the kids and the people in the community were very unhappy about us being there. We were different. We dressed different. We didn't look like the kids. We talked different. We act different. And what so often happens when people are confronted with something different, they react negatively a lot of times. And this is not only the kids, but this is also the people in the community. And I remember times when we were physically chased, one time with a dog, a German Shepherd, other times by carloads, literal carloads of angry mobs would chase us to the train stations, to the bus stations, with the intent of beating us up. And a lot of us did get beat up. Myself, I was almost stabbed one time. Store owners knew what was going on. Some of us would try to run into the stores to be protected, but they would close their doors, turn their faces away from us, shut us down. There was no police protection either. And all of this was designed to turn us into racists. And I imagine a lot of the kids who experienced this negativity did alter their perceptions about white people, and it probably persisted into this day. But there was this kid in my class. I'll call him Mikey. That's not his real name. Mikey and I hit it off right away. Mikey was an artist, and we both had just started taking martial arts classes. And in no time, we became fast friends, started collaborating with each other, started talking with each other, having fun. And Mikey was one of those popular kids who all the other kids liked and wanted to be like. But they didn't like the fact that Mikey hung out with me. But Mikey did something that was so brave for a kid that age. He just said, I don't care. Elgin's my friend. I like him. I don't care if you don't like him. And Mikey took a lot of flack by being my friend. A lot of flack. He invited me to his house to eat, which I remember his mom was very surprised about that. And met his dog, even. And we were friends, for that whole year. And what that did for me was if I wanted to be a racist, I couldn't. Because with all of the negative stuff that was happening in that community, there was one white kid who reached out to me and extended that hand of friendship to me and showed me love and respect. And then I remember when he moved to, another part of the country. I'll say it was Colorado. And I spent years thinking about that incident and how he was so brave and how he was so good and helped to change my perception and help me to see people not as colors but as people. And I got an opportunity to find him on Facebook. Gotta love social media. When I found him on Facebook, I poured my heart out to him and told him what he meant to me, what that meant to me back then, and how much I loved what he did, and how he was so brave in doing that. And as I reflect on the Zimmerman Trayvon case, I realize how one person who's willing to reach across color lines can make a difference, can make all the difference. Be that one person. This is Elgin, Subway Surfer Bowling.